If you're a pastor or a ministry leader, maybe you've been thinking about the effects of a fast changing culture and COVID 19 and the information age and how it's interfacing with the church and what it means for the church of the future. I want to share just a quick reflection about that. Technology has irreversibly changed the way that we connect with each other on social media and other platforms, the way that we do business, the way that we purchase things. As we're talking about the church, what does it mean for the church of the future, for society to be so affected by technology? We live in a world where today we can do so much with our smartphones. Today, we can open up a bank account without ever setting foot in a bank. To think that just a few years ago that was never possible. Today, you can even apply for a home loan through your smartphone. Never have to go and to fill out all that paperwork in an office, in a mortgage realtor office. You can do it all on your phone. Today, you can even purchase a vehicle without setting foot in a dealership company. You can just use your smartphone and they will even deliver the car directly to your door. Technology's implications on society are far reaching, and we need to be thinking about how that has impacted the way that the church needs to function and needs to provide meet needs in society. I wanted to share with you a video that was that I found. Fortune magazine put together a summit of some of the top companies in the world to discuss the impact of technology on the future of their industries. Notice what the CEO of Cisco, one of the largest companies in the world, and how he described the impact of digital technology on his company.
So first, just to give you a feeling for the sizing, and we're pretty good about getting market transitions right. Other things we don't do as well. I don't think it'll be 25 billion devices by 2025. I think it will be 500 billion devices. And the issue here is not about connectivity. It's about how you do connectivity to change business or government or healthcare process. You will see every company in this room be a digital company, not in 10 years, but in 5. Many of us will trip along the way. 40% of us will not exist in a meaningful way in 10 years, and it will be because of a misexecution or missing the opportunity in the next 2 to 3 years.
Hang on, excuse me, you just said something very significant. 40%
40%
of the companies represented in this room,
including us, if we don't transition,
will not be here in a meaningful way, you said. That means you'll be those 40% will be unimportant, irrelevant companies.
Well, we talked earlier about the Fortune 5.
And of course, the conversation continued, and even those who were there were completely shocked at this almost prophetic prediction that in 5 years, not 10, that every major company would become a digital company. Do you know that this video was actually released or shown 6 years ago? And since that time, companies all around the world have struggled to adapt to the information age and are suffering the consequences. You think about household names like General Electric and Sears, who are closing their doors today. Barnes & Noble, who had closed their doors. Companies like Papa John's and BlackBerry and Toys R Us, the list goes on and on. So many companies, including digital companies, who were not able to adapt quickly enough to the dramatic shifts of the information age. So what does that mean for the church? What are some of the things that we could be looking at in terms of how we can adapt to become more more socially savvy, more social media savvy, more technologically savvy? How is it that the way that we connect with each other through social media can help us to connect with each other in ministry? How is it that our churches can begin to conceptualize how to facilitate connections or Bible studies or the discussion of prayer and to incorporate that more and more into the way that we do ministry online? I would like to invite you to continue with your ministry leaders to consider how is it that the church can embrace some of the technological advances? How can we take in as allies some of the young people who understand technology better to help us better adapt to communicating with people in the way that they've become accustomed to communicating? How can we develop teams of young people and others who understand web technologies so that they can help us to connect and to engage with a larger online audience? And then, of course, most importantly, how can we expand our ministry reach digitally in such a way that we don't lose our identity of who we are as a church? How can we continue to minister to people in traditional ways and yet incorporate a hybrid form of ministry online so that we can expand the way that we're ministering to people by developing digital communities in ways that people are now used to interacting digitally and online and through social media? God bless you as you continue to wrestle with and struggle with these questions with your ministry leaders, where you begin the conversation and hopefully lead to new and improved ways of connecting and embracing some of the ways that society is headed in terms of digital technology and ministry.